Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and this is the second part of a commission that I'm doing for a client. The first one was a sketch cover, Legends of Log versus Megatron, but then they came back, and let me just do this right, turn it upside down. They came back and they said, hey, Frank, would you mind doing a 4-card puzzle? So I said, sure, on sketch cards. And I told them that I have done some Transformer sketch card art in the past for some companies. And I might also have like some blanks from these companies and stuff. So these are official cardstock Transformer cards. So that alone just really amps up the collectability on these, because these aren't just something I could just hand do or whatever. This is the real deal here. So anyway, they commissioned me to do a sketch card puzzle. This will be a sketch card puzzle featuring we'll start from over here: Shockwave, Starscream, Megatron, and Soundwave. Now, the trick was that this client wanted them to be fighting. Now, yeah, I mean, and the trick about doing sketch cards is somehow trying to get a balance of, getting the artwork in there and then making sure that, even if the cards are separated, the collector still has, pretty much a full image of the cards. I know my hands are all over the place. Sorry about that. That the collector has at least a card. Like, if they lose one, then it's not a total loss, but altogether it forms this beautiful piece. So I sat there and started thinking about how I was going to do the layout for this, and it was just like, oh man, whew. Because you got these really intense characters and stuff, and as I've said in previous videos, I love telling a story. My whole thing is like, what's the story, what's happening? So in this scenario, I pretty much have it where, Megatron is has Soundwave. I've always seen that as G1, so I always seen Megatron having Soundwave who has his back, and then on the other side you have Starscream, who has Shockwave possibly helping him. You never really know. Now the thing was, I wanted to show Soundwave shooting at Shockwave, and then Shockwave is kind of knocked off balance. Shockwave is knocked off balance, so then his beam sort of goes crazy. And then you have this scene where Megatron pretty much palms Starscream's head, and he's about to deliver this massive punch right to his face. But then you also see that Starscream is letting a salvo of bullets hit him into the midsection and stuff. So Megatron is definitely getting shot up some. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And this is going to be a full color piece. So anyway, I'm going to actually, give me a second, I'm going to grab my Staedtlar pens, which I already have, but it's one of those days, like my first video, I actually missed out on recording. I thought I was recording and I wasn't recording, so I call that my holy calamity with that one, where it happens, where I was like, oh no, I'm not filming. So the video kind of just, it's like I'm working on stuff, and it sucked too because it was near the end, and that's when I brought out my 003 Micron, and here, I'll show it to you. And I was doing some serious little cross hatching in there and stuff like that, and it would look really cool in the hyperlapse. But anyway, stuff happens. So the thing about doing art is that it's all about the rebound. It's what you can make of it. So, all right, with this said, I'm going to begin the inking process on this. Now, with their blasters, let's see, what am I going to go with? First off, let's hit this. I'm going to sort of go over this lightly. I'm using a kneaded eraser, and this is just to knock back some of this pencil. Just a little bit. So it's a little bit more lighter. I have to say that since I was even saying, like, the last couple of years, I've been really getting back into my pencil work. For the longest time, I wasn't, just because when I was doing a lot of ad work, it was all about speed. It wasn't about, like, I still, as you can, I can still draw pretty good, and, stuff like that. But it wasn't really about focusing on how detailed something was. It was just really about getting the information out so that once they did the presentation to whoever the client was, that they can get it. They can be like, okay, yeah, I can see this as a print campaign, or I can see this as a actual television ad or something like that. And so that's pretty much was my job. But then over the years, I've been, and thank goodness to the fan base, is that people have been commissioning me to do, artwork that they actually want to hang up in their homes or put into their collection or whatever, binders or whatever. And so, you got to put a little bit more focus on it, which is great. I used to do a lot of stuff in pencil, so it's kind of good. I'm going back to an old friend of mine. So anyway, usually when I'm gonna do color pieces like this, I like to kind of lay out my if I'm doing energy beams and things like that, I kind of try to lay those out. So right now I'm going to do the energy beams. And as always, let me just say that first off, thank you very much for watching this video. And this is going to be what I call a mashup video, which is me talking at first, not too much, because I don't want to drag your ear. And then I'm going to go into hyperlapse, where it gets all nice and fast drawing. It looks like magic and stuff like that. You dig? So anyway, there we go. Let's do this. All right. Let's see. I'll throw up a little. I keep fluctuating. I'm always feeling like the music is too loud. I don't want it to be too loud. I don't want to be shouting. So anyway, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of... Now, these are Staedtlar pens. These are really great. Fine liner, Triplus fine liner. And this is neon. The thing about me, which is kind of crazy, I guess, is that I've always... I don't know if there's a term for the kind of artist. Well, I'm more of a... I call myself more of an instinctual artist, where I went to school, of course, and I've worked in it for many years, and I understand the fundamentals of stuff. So it's almost like, you lay down the foundation, and then you build up from, the framework, and then you have your house. That stuff I understand. But when it came to drawing, I've always approached it in a more relaxed kind of frame of mind, where I think some artists get really detailed, like they really get focused on stuff and whatever. And my approach is kind of, just go with the flow of it. And I try not to get really, really insane about certain things, because because as I'm drawing it, I don't know. Sometimes things change, and I've always had this kind of fluidity about it, where I go, okay, well, something may change and something interesting may come out of it, and it'd be cool. And so I'm being surprised as well. So I tend to never, I try to keep that I don't know what you call it. I just call it instinctual. That ability of just like looking at something and just going, okay, I just want to go with the flow of this. That's how I drew when I was a kid. When I was really young, I remember I didn't worry about anything. I just kind of just did it, And then I wish I still had some of my artwork when I was a kid. A lot of my artwork is weird over the years. Things of mine that I've done popped up. Actually, yesterday was really cool. On Twitter, someone posted, and I'm not looking. I'm unable because I'm filming with my phone right now. But someone posted on Twitter, like they asked, they said, "Hey Frank, is this your artwork?" And it was a piece that I had done for, I guess, a contest. I want to say it was a contest. It looked like an image contest, or maybe an atomic falling contest, and my piece was accepted. And it was pretty cool because once I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that piece. I mean, it's been so long, but that was kind of cool. When something that I worked on for years ago, and all of a sudden it pops up. I wish I don't even know if I even own it. Maybe I do somewhere. I'm buried somewhere, but I remember when I was part of this anime club up in Boston, and what was it? They had like I think they might have had some kind of booklet thing or whatever, and I remember putting artwork in that. Like they were looking for submissions, and I submitted to a lot of different things. I mean, even to the big companies too. I mean, I got my rejection letters too. I think that honestly, you have to have that. The truly, the rejections are what makes it, But I also worked on a lot of other different things, and I know that my artwork is just out there somewhere on different things. All right, there you go. So yeah, what happens is like I kind of lay these things down, get this stuff all set up. All right, click my fingers, make sure there's no excess oil or anything like that. All right, I think we're gonna go. All right, so now this is gonna be the part where I'm gonna go into hyperlapse.